Smilodon clears the channel and continues following the larger predator from a safe distance. The towering herd chooses a broader crossing that can support their enormous weight. The leader tests the channel floor before allowing the remaining giants to enter. Its long neck shifts forward to balance the body during the careful descent. The giant climbs steadily and creates a clear route through the loose soil. The remaining herd members repeat the path, reducing the risk of collapse along the crossing. The mammoths use the trail created by Brachiosaurus, where the soil has already been packed firmly. From the far side, the matriarch watches every calf complete the crossing safely. The herd survives another obstacle and restores the protective formation without delay. Sarcosuchus reaches the same barrier but cannot descend as easily on its short legs. The reptile searches for a gentler descent, where its heavy body will not roll uncontrollably. Its armored body slides through the mud, while the short legs stabilize the descent. A small remaining pool offers temporary moisture, but the contaminated water cannot provide lasting safety. The predator ignores the polluted water and continues toward cleaner ground beyond the channel. The giant locates a broken slope that may provide the only safe route downward. On the far side, the exhausted river hunter pauses to cool its body before continuing. The reptile moves again, following the same direction chosen by the valley's surviving giants. The western route ends at a volcanic rock field where hidden heat rises through the ground. The predator senses that some sections are unstable and must choose each step with extreme care. The giant tests a cooler stone before trusting the dangerous field. Balanced by its heavy tail, the predator begins crossing between the burning fractures. Each careful step avoids the hottest openings where the thin crust could collapse. Smilodon arrives moments later and discovers a trail already tested by the larger predator. The cat follows the exact line of stable stones and avoids the glowing cracks. The mammoths hesitate at the burning field, where sensitive feet face serious danger. The matriarch uses the predator's route and checks whether the rock can support the herd. She enters alone to confirm that the narrow path remains safe for the young. From stable ground, she calls the herd forward, one member at a time. The herd crosses slowly, placing each foot where the matriarch and T-Rex have already stepped. The young calf freezes at the brightest opening and refuses to take the next step. A calm touch from the adult restores the calf's confidence without forcing it forward. The calf crosses the opening and reaches solid rock under the protection of the herd. Brachiosaurus requires the widest, stable route because each foot carries enormous weight. The giant crosses slowly and provides moving shelter from falling ash for animals below. The cold-blooded river hunter faces dangerous heat and must cross before its body overheats. The reptile follows the darker stones where less heat reaches its armored underside. The predator finally leaves the burning ground and reaches a broad coastal plain beyond the valley. For the first time since the eruption began, the giant sees open water and clearer sky. Smilodon arrives behind the predator and confirms that the route has reached safer ground. The mammoths reach cooler sand and finally widen their formation after the dangerous crossing. The towering herd reaches the coast, carrying smaller survivors toward a landscape untouched by the fire. Sarcosuchus discovers a clear stream flowing toward the sea and moves toward familiar water. The river hunter finally cools its overheated body and removes the ash collected during the escape. The two predators meet again, but exhaustion has replaced the rivalry that once controlled the river. For now, they share the water without conflict, because survival has become more important than dominance. The mammoths find clean water upstream and begin recovering from the long migration. The matriarch tests the stream first before allowing the calves to drink. The calf drinks safely beside the leader, completing a journey that nearly ended at the river. Smilodon chooses a quiet resting place where it can recover without approaching the larger animals. Brachiosaurus finds untouched vegetation and begins feeding after the exhausting escape. The predator looks back at the destroyed valley that once provided territory, food, and shelter. With the old hunting ground gone, the giant begins searching for a new territory along the coast. The saber-toothed cat observes the departure, but chooses to remain near water and shelter. The mammoths leave the stream for a basin where grass and open visibility offer a safer home. The towering herbivores continue toward a forest capable of supporting their enormous daily needs. Sarcosuchus follows the stream into a lagoon that may become its new hunting territory. From the ridge, T-Rex surveys a new world filled with unfamiliar prey, water, and opportunity. The roar announces that the survivor of the volcanic valley has claimed a new beginning. The mammoths hear the familiar predator, but the wide basin provides enough distance to remain safe. Smilodon moves deeper into rocky cover, where stealth will once again become its greatest advantage. Brachiosaurus watches the ridge but remains protected by height, size, and the strength of the herd. Sarcosuchus disappears into a new lagoon, returning to the silent ambush strategy that has always kept it alive. The eruption destroyed their old world, but instinct and adaptation carried every survivor into a new land. Their struggle proves that survival belongs not only to the strongest, but to those able to change. Subscribe now for the next chapter of Prehistoric Monsters, Ancient Migrations and Battles that Shaped the Forgotten Earth.